Alright boys, much higher quality video because I have a new camera. If you're wondering what it is, it's the Elgato Facecam MK.2, and you can see my full reaction to it. I'll put it up somewhere. Okay, so I don't have an example of the old one. You can just go watch my earlier videos, but this shit is so I'm recording in 1080p 60 right now. This camera, dude, look how smooth this is, bro. It's so fucking smooth, dude. Oh my god. But yeah, anyways, enough of that. Now that we have that out of the way, I had one of the most exhausting days of my life yesterday. It was so exhausting that I figured I would make a video about it because holy shit. So for context, I am in my school's esports group. I play Mario Kart, and actually we did pretty well. Me and my teammate, we placed 4th in the playoffs, so we barely made it. Actually, no, I think it's top 16? Is it top 4 or top 16? I don't know, but we made it there. So yesterday, I had to wake up at 3:30 in the morning to be at school by 5 a.m. to get on a bus an hour and a half east of where I live. The day before, I had to do production club stuff, so I'm the one doing all the Jumbotron stuff and all the audio work for my school's sports games. So that didn't get done until about 10 p.m. last night. So here I am walking alone in the dark, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I'm trying to plan out my day, and I'm like, okay, I'm probably not gonna get any sleep tomorrow, or tonight rather. So let's just say fuck it and go to bed as soon as I get home. I didn't go to bed till 11, so that was my first mistake. And then 3:30 hits, I'm up, and I'm like, I'm fucking tired, dude. I'm like, when I get tired, when I wake up and I'm extremely exhausted, I just don't even want to have anything to do with the day. The only thing on my mind is sleep. I just want to go back to bed, especially since it's 3:30 in the morning on a Saturday when I should be enjoying myself for the weekend. So anyway, I pack up, I get ready, I head to the school. I get there around 4:50, and it's around an hour and a half, 2-hour bus ride out there. So I'm chilling. You know, I'm towards the back of the bus, and out of nowhere, 45 minutes into the bus ride, we start to smell this burning rubber and burning plastic smell. At first it was smelling like cat piss, and you know me, I have a cat. He's behind me over there. His name is Cheez-It. So I thought, he's been having some health issues recently. Maybe he peed on my coat when he was laying on it, and I just didn't notice. I smelled it. Nope. We're all good there. And then, 5 minutes later, it transitions into, a burning rubber smell. I'm sitting on, the back left. If you're looking at it from behind, I'm sitting on, the back left of the bus. So, across from me is the bathrooms. So then I think, maybe someone just used the bathroom and I didn't notice. Because I had my AirPods in and I had my eyes closed. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on around me. Half of the people beside me was slumped. So then it transitions into this burning plastic smell. So I'm thinking, something's definitely wrong with the bus. And at this point, everyone can smell it. We're all in the Discord. We're just what the fuck is going on? We're trying to tag our coach, being what the fuck is going on? What did The only response he had was, put your seatbelts on. That's all he fucking said. And at that point, where I'm sitting, it starts shaking rapidly. Okay? It starts it goes on like that for 15 seconds and then it stops. At this point, everyone around me, including myself, is awake. We're all what the hell? We're all talking about it. We're ew, this shit smells. We're all on the Discord texting each other, all that shit. After that, the smell went away after 30 minutes, gradually, and then we just all went back to sleep. Remember that. Because shit gets real after that. So around 7, we get there. We walk in, and nothing is set up. Not shit. Everything's supposed to be set up by the time we walk in there. Nothing is set up. I walk in, and that's when I'm okay, this might be a nightmare. According to the schedule, I'm supposed to get on at 8:30 in the morning. I'm cool. I walk in, I wait for an hour and a half, I play, and then I just go wander around the city until I have to go back home. Until we get word that shit was supposed to get set up by the time we got there, and it wasn't. So we're already an hour behind because the people that were setting up were locked out of the gym we were in until the doors opened, which was at 7. They were supposed to be in there an hour before, still setting shit up and getting prepared. So that already put us an hour behind schedule. So now we get a sheet with all of the new times and shit, and now it says we're on at 9:30. Cool. It's about 2 hours till then, so I figured I'd just sit there, probably try to catch up on some sleep. So I sit there, I have my head down, I'm slump as hell. My alarm goes off for 9:30. So I'm like, okay, well, they should probably call us any minute. 15 minutes go by. Then another 15. And then another 30 minutes go by. So at this point, it's 10:30. Still nothing. So, okay, there's a schedule. I was like deep in the schedule, kind of was like towards the middle. There was another few games that were supposed to get on at 8. The people that were supposed to get on at 8 still haven't played yet. Or I think they had just gotten called up by the time like 10:30 hit. So I'm already sitting there. I'm like, all right, we're already an hour late. So now it's pretty much just a waiting game. The first match, the first of 4 matches for Mario Kart gets called up. I'm the third one. So I'm still waiting another hour and a half after that. And they're having some issues. They're like, by the time they got called up, they were still setting up the Mario Kart thing. They should have had all that set up by 7 a.m. when we walked in the building. So I'm sitting there with my teammate and we're just watching everything go down. And then I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna DoorDash some food. So I DoorDash. 30 minutes go by and my Dasher is still stuck in the same spot as he was like 15 minutes beforehand. So I call the Dasher. I'm like, hey, I see that you're stuck. Can you tell me what's going on? People were street racing right by the building I was at. Cops had blocked off the whole entrance. Nobody's food, nobody's like supplies could go in through the entrance. Like they had the main part blocked off, and then people were trying to take detours, and then they had like a whole stretch of road blocked off, right? So I literally had to send one of the people that was in the esports with us. I'm like, hey, I have to play soon in like 5 minutes. My DoorDasher is stuck with me and my teammates' food. I will pay you to walk the half mile up there and get my food for me. He's like, bet. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to play. So I'm trying to get all set up. And then they call match 2 for Mario Kart. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm match 3. And didn't match 2 just end? So I go up to the director. I'm like, hey, didn't match 2 just end? He's like, no, we had some technical difficulties. We had to restart a bunch of times. That was the end of match 1. So I'm sitting here thinking, fuck, I could have went up there and got my food. Because I've literally been sitting on my ass for 4 hours at this point. So I'm like, damn, now I'm down $5. I mean, it's $5, but like I'm sitting there like I could have killed time to go get my food instead of having someone else up there for it. Hi, Kiki.
What you doing? What's up?
But yeah, so I get my food. I'm sitting there. The food was fucking trash because the DoorDasher was sitting there in 30-degree weather for 30 minutes. So the food's like lukewarm. I'm not even enjoying it at this point. I'm just waiting for us to play. An hour passes after that, and at this point my mind's starting to go fucking apeshit. I'm like, when are we gonna fucking play? I've been sitting here for 6 hours. We're supposed to play 4 hours ago. And then finally my match gets called. So I'm like, cool, we get through one heat, or one round, or one match rather. So we get through the first one, no problem. I'm like, cool, we got second place, and top 2 make it forward to the finals. Second match comes in. We're in round 1. If you're in the esports community, you know what dropping means. Everyone in my fucking circle, including me, dropped at least twice in the span of 10 minutes. We had to run through the match 2 round 1 10 times to make sure that we could actually still play. At that point, I'm pissed. I'm like, you know what, let's just get me the fuck out of here. I shouldn't even be here at this point. I've been up 8 hours. I have little food in my system. I'm 2 energy drinks deep. Let's just get this over with. Match 2 goes on, and at the end of it, we're third. I'm like, okay, we didn't make it to the finals, and now we have to sit here for another 6 hours waiting for everyone else to finish up so we can finally go back home. Which brings us to that night. So everyone seems to be finishing up. It's about 6 o'clock. We were supposed to leave at 6:30 to be back home by 8 or 9. We were already like an hour behind schedule to begin with because people weren't set up. So I'm thinking, okay, we're probably going to leave at like 7:30, 8 o'clock. One of our Valorant teams decides it'd be a good idea to be like, hey, let's do best of 5 rounds instead of best of 3. So that immediately put another 2 hours behind schedule. So I'm like, we're never gonna make it fucking home at this point. I go out to the bus with me and my teammate because we were just trying to chill. We didn't want to sit in that gym any more than we had to, and the bus was parked up the street. So it's like 5. I go and I sit on the bus, and I'm just kind of waiting. I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna be back here for another 3 hours. Let's just make myself comfy. So that passes by. I'm on TikTok. I'm listening to music. I'm doing all that shit. 7:30 hits, and then the first wave of people that got done start making their way onto the bus, and that's when I hear the news about the Valorant teams. I'm like, we're like, why the fuck would they even do that? Because now that just put us another 2 hours behind schedule. And at that point, my coach had put in the Discord that, hey, you should probably tell your rides that we're behind schedule. Didn't say why. Just didn't say why. I guess he didn't want to tell us that the Valorant teams decided to fuck around and play another 2 rounds, or 2 matches rather, when they were only supposed to do 3. So we're like, okay, fine, we're probably going to be sitting here until like 9 o'clock anyway. 8:30 hits and we're all on the bus, so I'm like, cool, we're actually ahead of schedule this time because everyone decided to finish up early. Do you remember how I said that the bus started smelling like burning plastic earlier and shit was shaking like it was about to explode? It broke down. Keep in mind we were supposed to be home 30 minutes ago. I was supposed to be chilling in my bedroom ready to take a shower by 8:30. I was still halfway across the damn state in a broken down bus. They're telling us it's going to be another hour and a half before they can get another bus out here. And at that point, it's like 9. I'm like, you've got to be fucking kidding me, dude. I'm already sleep deprived. I've been up longer than I would have wanted to. I have no food. We have very few water bottles left. I could pop an energy drink, but I won't sleep. But then I won't sleep that night. So I'm like, I told everyone else, I'm like, I should not have been here. So during that hour and a half, we decided, okay, we're probably going to be here. We might as well just try to entertain ourselves. So my homie brings out his Oculus, and we just started goofing around for a little bit.
What fish is this? Tangerine Tang.
Yeah, what the hell?
So then an hour and a half passes, and 10:30 hits. They tell us that the bus is about 10 minutes out. We're like, cool. So I'm back there. I'm packing this, that, and the third. Final bus gets here. And at that point, it's like 10:45 at night. I'm like, I just want to go home. I've been up since 3:30. I'm just trying to go home, man. And at that point, we didn't even get home until about 12:30. Don't get me wrong. I don't regret doing esports at all. That shit was fun. But you will never catch me waking up at 3:30 in the morning for a 21-hour day just to sit there for 90% of the time and play for 30 minutes. You will never catch me doing that again. But yeah, I just needed a rant. And now I think I'm going to go take a nap. So, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you eat good today, drink some water, and get some good sleep tonight. And have yourselves a damn good one. Later.